How's everybody doing today? This is episode 2 of Random Talk Tuesday. Got all kinds of topics for you today of just random stuff I found on social media that seems to be the big topics, I guess, this week. So, let's start off with sports. Gerrit Cole. You ever heard of Gerrit Cole? He's a major league pitcher, pitches for the New York Yankees. He came under some heat when questioned about a foreign substance called Spider Tack. It's a sticky substance, basically. It's supposed to help pitchers improve their spin rate when they're throwing the ball. Gerrit Cole, and this is just what I've gathered off the internet. I don't personally know Gerrit Cole or anything like that, but Gerrit Cole's spin rates improved from approximately 2,200 RPMs to 2,600 RPMs, and it's highly believed it's due to Spider Tack. Well, the reason he came under heat for that is because when questioned about it in an interview last week, he didn't know what to say. He didn't have an answer at all for it. So kind of reminded you of, you see your little 3 or 4 year old child holding a handful of crayons, and there's crayon all over your wall, and the kid's like, I don't know who did it. Yeah, well, he pretty much just proved that he uses it. He just didn't say it 100%. So, anyways, though, Major League Baseball's trying to clamp down on these folks and make it where pitchers are not allowed to use it. Now, if you are a baseball fan, I highly recommend on YouTube you look up Trevor Bauer. He is doing a video, a vlog on YouTube. He is a pitcher for the Los Angeles Dodgers now. Do miss him in Reds country, but that's part of business. You go other places. But anyhow, he does a whole breakdown on this because with him being a pitcher himself, but he's got a video where he reads out the actual rules from the MLB, what their plans are in the future to try to stop the use of Spider Tack and other foreign sticky substances. But I'll put a link to his video in the description of this video so you can go check his out if you want to see it, because he breaks it down a lot better for you than I can. I just think it's funny that the way Gerrit Cole acted when questioned about it. What's suspicious, though, is 4 minor league players just got suspended for 10 games for being caught using a sticky substance. And as soon as they was caught, Gerrit Cole's rates dropped dramatically. So basically, it's like these guys got caught. Gerrit Cole wants to take the heat off him, so he quits using it, which really, in my opinion, puts the spotlight on you even more because now your rates just dropped a whole bunch. So I don't know what he's going to do, but he's a grown man. He can take care of his decision. So it is what it is. Next topic, we'll go ahead and stay in sports, and then we'll go to the other 2 things I got to talk about are automotive stuff. So the next sports topic is Aaron Rodgers. I thought Aaron Rodgers was a pretty cool stand-up dude. Now I just think he's a freaking knucklehead, really. The amount of money this man has given up because he does not want to be a man and honor his contract anymore. Kind of sounds like a topic we talked about last week. But there's so many numbers here consistent of this stuff. I had to write it all down. So he missed mandatory practices, which cost him $93,000. Holy shit, that's a lot of money, $93,000. I mean, I think that's a lot of money. He's going to lose. He lost $500,000 for skipping out on OTA. That's even more, it's just mind-blowing to me. If he skips training camp, he's going to get fined $50,000 a day. That's ridiculous. Your average American only makes anywhere from like $22,000 to $30,000 a year. That's just on average, So, say somebody makes $2,000 a month after taxes, it's only $24,000 a year. This dude's going to give up $50,000 a day. If he skips out on the whole entire season, doesn't play at all, and this counts OTA, mandatory training, practices, all that shit, he's looking at losing over $35 million for the season. That's mind-blowing. That's a ton of money. But once again, goes back to what I said about Gerrit Cole. You're a grown-ass man. You make your decisions. If you can afford it, hey, good for you. But it is what it is. So our next topic is automotive. I guess these kind of go hand in hand with each other a little bit as far as where I'm going with this. So our first one is squatted trucks. I'm sure you've seen squatted trucks. If you haven't, let me show you some pictures of them real quick. All right, so there you go. Those are squatted trucks. That's what they are. That's what they look like. They have some names for them. I'm sure there's many other names for them. They call it the Carolina squat, the Tennessee tilt, dog dragging its ass across the floor. Look, but anyways, the state of North Carolina is now the first state to pass a law saying you can no longer have squatted trucks. Basically, the law broke down, says you cannot lift your vehicle more than 3 inches in the front and lower it more than 2 inches in the rear. Now, I have mixed opinions on that. My first opinion is, yes, I think that's a good idea. I've never owned a squatted truck. I've never drove a squatted truck, but another YouTuber named Whistling Diesel, and I'm sure you guys have heard of Whistling Diesel, he buys trucks and just tears the shit out of them. That's his whole point of his channel. So he bought a squatted truck from a guy down in, I think, Alabama, and he showed a video of him in it driving it, and it was horrendous. You couldn't even see the road. All you saw was the sky. And I'm sure there's a lot of safety issues with that because you can't see the road, you can't see pedestrians on the road. Your headlights are just shining up in the freaking stars at night. So there are some safety issues to it. Plus, that's got to be hard as could be on your vehicle. I'm sure your oil pump and your fuel pump are just hating life, knowing that your truck's sitting like this. I mean, that's stupid. But so I guess it's okay that we got laws, for safety point of it. What I don't like about it though is these squatted truck owners have taken it so far that the government had to get involved and make up laws about it. The last thing we need is more government babysitting, basically, when it comes to vehicles. We already got the government involved in enough crap when it comes to our cars. They're trying now to stop all racing modifications to vehicles. Like, if this happens, you won't even be able to buy a set of long tube headers to put on your car or truck. They just won't be available anymore. And a big example is the government, the EPA. They got involved on diesel trucks and any diesel vehicle in general, and they're absolutely just ruining diesel vehicles. They already have, honestly. The list is so long of all the stuff that's on a diesel truck now. Like, I own a diesel pickup truck, and I got to put diesel exhaust fluid in it. It's got an EGR on it, the DPF filter. I'm sure there's a couple other filters I'm not even thinking of. You got all this junk built into it, and all it's doing is it's killing diesel vehicles. If you had, let's say, a 12 valve Cummins truck from back in the early 90s, that thing was just a diesel truck, and that was it. And they would go 300, 400, 500,000 miles on them, no issues at all. Well, nowadays diesel trucks do what's called a regen. So when they get too much soot built up in the motor, it runs hotter, burn all the soot off. Well, that in turn, a lot of these eco diesels, the Ram has, they're burning up. It's getting so hot, it's literally catching the motor on fire, and trucks are burning to the ground on the side of the road. And that's all because of the EPA and all this crap we have on them. Now, the only way around it is you can do a tune and a delete. You can, tune the truck to where the computer knows all that stuff's gone, and then you literally delete it as far as take it off the truck. You can do that, but it's getting harder and harder to find companies that will actually do it for you. Most people are buying this stuff now from Canada and whatnot because Canada don't have all these laws we have. But yeah, it's amazing. I don't know the numbers exactly, but the Eco Diesel Ram, there's tons of them always sitting in the dealerships getting worked on, or you see pictures of them on fire on the side of the road. That same motor, it's made by a company called VM, I think it's VM Motorai out of Italy, I believe. I could be completely wrong, but I think it's an Italian motor. They've been using that motor for like 40 years over there. They use it in their taxi cabs. The majority of their cars have it, and they don't have the EPA like we have. And these motors go forever. I mean, it's crazy how long they go. So anyways, I'm not trying to get on a diesel topic here, but just getting to the point of the government getting involved is when everything starts going downhill. It seems like. I don't know. I just don't think that we need these scientists and whatnot getting involved with the EPA and telling us what we need on our vehicles when they don't understand vehicles at all. But I blame, for the squatted truck issue, I blame all of the squatted truck owners, because you took the shit too far. A little bit of rake, okay, whatever, I can see that if that's your thing. But man, some of these trucks, and as you saw in the pictures I posted, I mean, they got like a 12-inch lift on the front, and the back is literally dragging the ground. It just looks horrible, and it's dangerous. So thanks a lot. You got the government involved in something else to do with our vehicles and telling us what we can and can't do to them. Now, our next topic, since we're talking about vehicles and whatnot, our next topic is Ford. So as you know, Ford is bringing back the Ford Lightning. I think next year, 2022, it's coming out. It's going to be an all-electric pickup truck. That's cool. It's not a bad looking truck. I guess, you know, it's a new body style, so it's going to take some growing on you. I don't mind it. But Ford now released, they're bringing out the Ford Maverick. Yep, same Ford Maverick that we used to have back in the 70s. But it's not. You know, this is 2021 now, and according to ABC News, there are 58 genders. You can identify as whatever you want to be nowadays. If you want to be a tree, you can be a tree. They don't care. You can be what you want. So with that being said, Ford said, okay, there's 58 genders. You can identify as whatever you want. We're going to make the Ford Maverick a truck. That's right. What used to be a two-door small compact car is now a very small truck. I guess I understand Ford wanting to come out with new stuff. This is a hybrid truck also, but it is smaller than the Ford Ranger. It's one of the, kind of looks like a Honda Ridgeline type thing. You know, it's very small, but the bed and the cab is all one body. It's not separate like a regular pickup truck. So what gets me though is they just came out with the Ford Ranger. Like, why would you make another small truck? They should have just made the Ranger have the option of being a hybrid truck, but they didn't. But either way, like I said, it's not a bad looking truck. It's probably not one of those that's going to have to grow on you as you see them out and about, but I'm just more mind blown that Ford's not very creative anymore, I guess. I mean, you literally took the name of a car and turned it into a truck. And first thing I thought of when I saw that is this whole gender thing and what do you identify as? You can be whatever you want, and you know, blah blah blah. We shouldn't determine when a baby's born if it's male or female. So we should let them make the decision. I think that's stupid. Majority of us know what male and female is, and that's just what came to my mind when I saw the new Maverick truck. Because at first, when I saw the article of Ford releasing the Maverick in 2022, I was like, oh shit, this is gonna be pretty cool. They're bringing out a little compact car. I thought it was gonna be kind of like the Ford Escorts were back in the day, and not at all. I was completely wrong. But that's okay. It's 2021. I'm wrong a lot of times about stuff nowadays. So half time you go to the store and you don't even know if you should say sir or ma'am to somebody because you might offend them. But we're not going to get on the whole gender topics and stuff like that today. I just want to talk about the Ford Maverick. Who knows, Chevy might bring out the Camaro truck next year. I don't know. But that's all I got this week for Random Talk Tuesday. Next week I have some personal stuff going on, and hopefully our Random Talk Tuesday will be about that. I don't know yet. This depends how it goes. But anyways, thanks for watching episode 2, and we'll see y'all next Tuesday.